All right, my friends, how is everybody doing? What an exciting Riviera tournament. That thing just ended. I am super fired up for Joaquin Niemann, and we're going to talk about that a little bit and what was so cool and kind of really inspiring about that whole event. We're also going to dive into the Saudi League. What's going on there? What's the latest and greatest? And a lot of kind of uproar this week from some of the players. So we're going to dig into that. We're going to dive into also, when is Tiger coming back to play? He did some interviews, and I think we can maybe pull some stuff out of there to really maybe hone in on what we think may or may not be his return to professional golf. That's going to be exciting. If he comes back. I mean, what's going to happen there? Also, we're going to talk about, I've gotten some, a lot of requests here, so we're going to dive into it in this podcast about YouTube copycats. Are people copying you? Am I copying other people? Is that good or bad? What's the dealio with that? So you might want to, if you're interested in that, then we're gonna get into that a little bit too. And also, okay, forget about the Saudi League and these other leagues. We need a YouTuber golf league, YouTuber golf league. And I'm going to go more in depth on what my thoughts are for how we can make something like that a reality and a successful, really awesome thing for all involved. I think it could be really something pretty cool. I'm still ironing out the details, but I keep talking through it. And any thoughts, ideas you guys have too, most appreciated, because I really believe in this golf league that we can get underway. All right, so one of my favorite events of the year is the Genesis Invitational at Riviera, Pacific Palisades, California. I'm from California. I've played Riviera a couple times. It is a spectacular, amazing course. My favorite course, obviously, maybe not obviously, but it's one of my favorite courses. It's my favorite course in Los Angeles. My second favorite would be LA Country Club. But Riviera, I mean, that is the creme de la creme. That's a tough track. Kukua grass, just classic design layout. And Joaquin Niemann drops a 63 on Thursday, 63 on Friday, and then kind of just, so on the weekend. But hey, that's to be expected. He held his own, and he ends up winning the tournament. The Chilean golfer, what is he, 23 years old? I think 23, 24, and young dude. It seems like he's been around quite a while, but this was his second win. And here is what was so riveting about this. It is the fact that he's mentored by like Sergio Garcia. So yet at the end of the round, you have Sergio Garcia waiting for him. You have Carlos Ortiz. I believe there was a few other players waiting for him to just congratulate him. Now, we've seen this before from time to time, but more often than not, we see it with these players from other countries. And I just think, man, how awesome is it I'm inspired when I see a kid getting mentored by some of the, older players like Sergio Garcia. And then the dude sticks around. He doesn't have to wait for him, but he's there to support him, to encourage him. And I think that is the number one reason why Joaquin Niemann did not fold on the weekends. It's so easy to get nervous. If you're a young guy or anybody for that matter, and you're out there on the weekend and you feel like alone or just by yourself, it's easy to just kind of choke. It's tough. It's a tough, brutal game, and it's hard to kind of keep it together. So that mentorship from these older guys in his life, I believe that is what kept him on track when it kind of got rough. His lead today was down to 1. And Cameron Young, that guy, man, I was kind of pulling for him too, that rookie big hitter, and he didn't lay down either. He had some rough holes, yeah, but he kept it together, and he kept the foot on the gas, and he kept charging. He kept, he didn't disappear. And he was down to one shot, and then it got up, to three again or whatever. And then Joaquin gets a bogey, and, Young could have made birdie and flipped it, but he didn't. So a lot of cool stuff happening. But overall, I think it was an awesome display by Joaquin Niemann. I've always loved this dude's golf game ever since the first time I saw him. The way he swings it, it's like, oh, that hurts my back just watching the kid. But he hits this like low, just bullet shot and crushes it for just being a skinny, thin. He's been working out, but the way he handled himself, I thought was absolutely spectacular. Hats off to Joaquin Niemann for the victory today at Riviera. I love to see great young players doing great things, especially when they have older men in their corner helping them along the way. And it's just, it says a lot about him as a young man to allow somebody to mentor him. Because a lot of kids, a lot of the younger generation these days are like, no, I got it. I'm me, like I'm cool. So I just think it's a humility, an act of humility, and an inspiration for all of us, because we all need that. No matter, I need mentors in my life for just all the things I'm doing, even at my age. So to see a younger kid look for that and go after that, I think is fantastic. And he's not the only one. Like even Morikawa, like they'll seek mentors from other places, whether it's their coach or caddy, or like Morikawa went to the claw grip, and he got that like inspiration, I believe, from Mark O'Meara, who kind of helped Tiger when Tiger was first coming on the tour. So there's a lot of like crossover there. And either way, I think the mentorship piece of the tour, the people who seek that out, I believe they are the ones who will have more success than those that don't, because you need that. You need to have someone who believes in you. You need to kind of have some humility. And in golf, you're going to get humiliated anyways, one way or another. So not that you need to be humiliated, but just have like that humble spirit to say, hey, dude, can I learn from you? Will you teach me? And as you get older, it's pretty cool when people are like, hey, can I learn from you? Can you show me the ropes? And all of that is just goes to show what a good dude he is. And so I'm rooting for him every step of the way. And Cameron Young, great job. I'm rooting for that dude as he moves forward in his career. I think he's going to continue to be a force to be reckoned with. And I love it. And one thing I did want to touch on was, some of these announcers, like I guess we could all pick on it, but I always pick out the kind of the Captain Obvious quotes. Like I love Colt Knows. He does a great podcast, and love that dude. And I love him as an announcer or a commentator on course. One of the best in my opinion. And I just wrote down what he said. He's like, I bet he wishes that ball stopped a foot closer so he could putt it. Yeah, I do too. I think we all do. That's just the greatest quote in my opinion. I bet he wished that ball stopped a foot closer so he could putt it. I think we all wish it was closer to the hole so we could putt it. Yeah, is it in the rough or can it putt it? Yeah, I wish I could putt it. So keep up the good work, Coles. Little jab. I love you. I think it's great. I think that kind of stuff, I just crack up when I hear that, like all that kind of obvious talk. Either way, I'm bummed. The West Coast swing is over. We're moving to Florida for the Florida swing, but good news. We got TPC Sawgrass coming on, and be sure to my video is I have a private course tour of TPC Sawgrass. So I take you inside the clubhouse, kind of places that you don't normally get to go, and on course too. So that's out now, and I think you'll enjoy it. So it's on my main YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out there.